Students, in this today's session I would be covering the stepping stone method of optimality. Just see the question. XYZ company has 3 plants, that is ABC, and 4 warehouses 1, 2, 3, 4. The supply and demand in units and the corresponding transportation costs are given. These are the transportation costs which is given in the cells. The table below shows the details taken from the solution procedure of the transportation problem. In this question, solution is already given. Now the questions are, is this solution feasible? First thing, if demand is equal to supply, in that case the solution is said to be feasible. For example, 20 plus 5 25, 10, 10 plus 5 15, 5. Then similarly for rows, 10, 25 and 20. So this solution is feasible. Second is this solution degenerate? For degeneracy we require to check the RIM requirement, that is number of allocated cells should be equal to m plus n minus 1. So in this case the number of allocated cells are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and the required are 3 plus 4 minus 1, that is also equal to 6. Hence the solution is non-degenerate. So we can move towards the optimality if the solution is non-degenerate. The third thing is this solution optimum? Now we have to check it if the solution in this question is optimum or not. In this case I am going to apply the stepping stone method. Now when we are moving towards the optimality test, just make the list of all the unoccupied cells which are available in this table. A1, A2, A4, B2, B3 and C4. In this case, for all the unoccupied cells we are required to know the Dij. Dij is opportunity cost. It is similar as we were doing in Modi method. There also we were calculating opportunity cost, but the method to calculate the opportunity cost is different in both the methods. Just see. Starting from the home square, starting from the initial cell, that is the unoccupied cell, we require to make a home square with 90-degree turns starting from the unoccupied cell and coming back to that cell with 90-degree turns. For example, if you see for A1, this could be the home square. Move here and come back to this cell. So in this case we need to write down about the costs. This was 5, 4, 5 and 4. The same procedure as was done for the movement of the cells, plus for the unoccupied cell, alternatively minus, then plus, then minus, and the net effect is to be recorded over here. So in this case 5 plus minus 4 plus 5 minus 4. So answer is 2. 2 is positive. This is the opportunity cost for A1. Had we put any units in this cell, the cost would have added to 2 as per this table. Now calculating the same for A2. If we require to make the home square for the next cell A2, let it be, this is A2, starting from this 1, 2, 3 and back. So it implies 10 plus minus 2 plus 5 minus 4. So answer is going to be 9. Again it is positive, but hardly matters if it is positive or negative, we have to calculate the opportunity cost for all the unoccupied cells. Now for this A4, in this case no square, no rectangle, nothing such is formed, and in this case we are going to have such sort of a home square. Just see, plus 5, this one, plus 5 minus 10 plus 5 minus 4 plus 6 minus 2 and back. Just see, plus 5 minus 2 plus 6 minus 4 plus 5 minus 4. So answer is 6. For B2, this 1, 2, 3, 4 simple square it is coming, plus 8 minus 6 plus 4 minus 2. The signs we are going to insert alternatively, starting with the positive sign from the unoccupied cell where we are going to start the home square. Then for B3, it is going to be the rectangle 1, 2, 3 and 4 coming back, plus 7 minus 5 plus 4 minus 6. Hardly matters you are signing them clockwise or anti-clockwise, the answer is going to be same. Only thing important is positive sign is for the unoccupied cell where we are going to make the home square. And for this last one, C4, it is going to be the rectangle 1, 2, 3 and 4 coming back again. 7 minus 2 plus 6 minus 4. 13 minus 6 is 7. Now in this case, since all Dij's are positive, hence solution is optimal. Zero indicates there exists an alternate solution, but the solution is optimal. In any case, if you require to show the value of the optimal solution, multiply all what is given and the answer is going to be 235. Continue towards the next video. Happy learning.